Pulleys make it better. Hydro Ball edition. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchett with Theology, Geek, and one of the first weighted equipment that I got when I switched from going to the gym to the home gym was the Hydro Balls and the Surge 60s, or I think they call it a Storm 60 now, whatever. A company had them. They were bought out by BOSU, I think, or BOSU was the parent company, and they just started marketing it under BOSU directly instead of the other Headstrom or whatever it was. I can't even remember the name of it. But BOSU is now the maker of the Hydro Balls. But this was the one of the first pieces of weighted equipment that I got my hands on because I had been, training at the gym. The gym's closed down in March 2020. Started home training, mainly using a cheap Walmart suspension trainer and resistance bands, and started adding more resistance bands as they came back in stock. And so resistance bands was kind of what I was going with at the time, but I was like, I want to get some weighted gear, but iron was just still way too expensive. So I was like, got this idea, well, why don't you try all these other weighted items that are being marketed to you and see how far you can get without ever using iron. And so that became my thing for a while, and I tried the Surge 60, and I tried the Hydro Balls. I eventually got a sandbag, and then now I'm using a weighted vest with weighted plates and the Kinsui adjustable belts that use the same weighted plates that I use for my vest and all of that. But back then, these were my first weighted gear, this and the Storm 60. But like all weighted gear, there's the one drawback that there is no vertical pulling movement. And of course, I was doing pull-ups off of a pull-up bar, but I was like, well, I mean, what else can you do? I always did use the lat pull-down machine at the gym, so I was like getting on Amazon. I was like, ooh, this is neat, a little pulley system. In fact, I think I saw an ad for a pulley system by Angles 90, but they were charging like $70 for theirs or whatever. And then I found one for like $30-something on Amazon. I was like, well, same thing with, sorry, Angles 90, but just like I bought knockoff grips from Amazon, I also bought, a pulley system because there's all kinds that they market for fitness. And so I got one, with a lat pull down bar and triceps rope and all of this stuff. I'll put a link in the description below. But I got it, and I had ceiling mounts, had a pull-up bar here at the office or whatever, and I was like, let's try it. And of course, when you have a cable pulley system, it opens you up to, like cable machines at a gym, all types of exercises that you can do at home that you could do at the gym with the cable machine. So I was like, cool. And so you can probably get the most out of having 2 or 3 pulleys. So for some exercises, you need to have 2 pulleys. Some you only really need 1. So I started checking out what all I could do with these. And of course, for back exercises, you've got the lat pull down exercise that you can do, and incorporate your Hydro Balls as the weight for that. You can also do seated rows if you have 2 pulleys, so that's really a great exercise that you can do with this. And of course, you can finagle it all kinds of different ways. So when it came to coming up with chest exercises, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just set up these 2, and I found, I can do decline chest presses, using 2 pulleys and handles. My pulleys that I got, they each came with this little handles thing, so I started using that. And then, of course, you can do the same thing if you want to do chest flies with 2 pulleys, and using your Hydro Balls as the weight. And of course, there's other types of exercises that you can do as well with just even 1 pulley. You can do various things like triceps, overhead extensions. You can do triceps press downs, or push downs. You can do biceps curls if you want to. So there's a lot of options. You can do face pulls. Instead of using like the 12-pound Hydro Balls to do rear delt flies, you can rig up this thing with a single pulley and do the face pulls as an alternative exercise. And of course, you can do cable crunches as well if that's your thing. And so pulleys make weighted equipment like the Hydro Balls better. And so whether you can do pull-ups or not, you should always have a pull-up bar or a ceiling mount or something, and a cable pulley system that you can open up the exercise options with weighted gear like the hydro balls to expand the number of things that you can do with them. So I think pulleys are great. I think pulleys give you more options for exercise, and they also, primarily the main thing is, give you a vertical pulling movement. If you're not in the mood to do pull-ups, or you're not able to do pull-ups yet, you can always do lat pull downs. So pulleys make it better. That's what I hope that you take away from this video. And if you're someone who likes to use the BOSU hydro balls, take your hydro balls to the next level by getting yourself a cable pulley system with various attachments like a lat pull down bar, or triceps rope, or whatever. So there you go. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button. I don't really care either way. I only care that you do one or the other. Share the video with people that you might think would be interested in this sort of content, or if they like hydro balls, maybe that, hey, you need to do this. Get you this kind of thing to do. And that'd be great. Share the video around. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. If you want to support what we're doing here at Theology Geek Fitness, you can also do that financially by becoming a patron at patreon.com/theologygeekfitness. $1 gets you in the door. $10 and up patrons get in on the free gear giveaways. There's all kinds of bonus content over there with more on the way, so consider doing that. I greatly appreciate it. All that money gets reinvested into the channel. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.